Well, guys, it's official. It seems like Eric Adams might get his wish after all. Well, it looks like there's going to be some great news for Eric Adams. It seems like participation does count because he finally gets to smile and see those trumped up charges get trumped and dismissed by Trump. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? This is your host, Joel Davis, with another edition of This Official Patriot News Live. And also, if you're on my podcast, this is another political, I would call, little tidbit. So, let's jump into the recent information that's going on here. We're going to discuss about Eric Adams, and we're also going to discuss about the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. So before we get started, shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Eagles for winning last night. Man, it was a brutal play. Very, very brutal. I was going for the Chiefs, but unfortunately, I have to say that my man Patrick Mahomes did not show up, and I don't know why he didn't show up. A lot of people say that it's because his grandfather is currently in hospice, and I've heard a lot of people talk about that. And again, my condolences to his family. But 40-22 was not what we all expected. We really expected a real knockdown drag out. But because of this, the halftime show was presented by this guy here. And I'm about to show y'all right quick what we're talking about. And give me a second so I can share with y'all what everybody has said about Kendrick Lamar halftime. So now I am going to give you my synopsis about not only just the halftime show, but also the Black National Anthem. Because I think that these are things that a lot of people don't like to talk about because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But me, I don't care. Let's jump into the situation here. So first things first, Black National Anthem. If you don't know what that one is, it is called Lift Every Voice. It's been around since 1917. A lot of people promoting this particular type of music because it was during the time that black folks were being very much oppressed because of racism in the earlier 20th century. Now, fast forward to 2025. Personally, to me, I think that we as African Americans or black folks, we have came a long way. Opportunity is through the roof. If you got intelligence and you know how to apply yourself and you have a ounce of common sense, you can definitely prevail. But we have a lot of these Wilkians who wants to blame the white man. Now, I don't know how you can blame the white man and then turn around and love the white man at the same time. It's crazy to me. I don't have that mind process anymore, thank God. But to me, it seems like a lot of times it's self-hatred. But this Lift Every Voice being the Black National Anthem is stupid to me because we are now supposed to be a part of the United States of America. We fought to be a part of it, right? The Civil Rights Movement was intended for us to be treated equal across the board. Now, yes, we had some bumpy roads in the 60s and the 70s to get there? Yes, we did. In the 80s, somewhat smoothed out. 90s, we started seeing a little bit of progression. Early 2000s, definitely saw progression to where we at now. In the 2025, it's anyone's game. So, with all of that hooked up for us, I need to find out why in the world are we still having this in every major sports event, especially in the NFL, since 2020. I mean, we all know Kaepernick started everything off with his whole feeling oppressed as a black man because of the appearance of these shootings by cops because of black folks. But come on, man, we done made past this at this point. And it needs to let go. I mean, we should be in a better space. We just voted for, that's what we voted for, right? You got more black folks that came to the polls that wanted common sense and unity and all this crazy, this DEI and shit to go away. So why do we keep trying to be decisive? It seems like to me that it's like how can they put it, that toxic relationship where you know it's no good for you, but you keep holding on thinking that one day it's going to quit being toxic. That's how it seems like to us in the black community that's woke is what we're doing. Because it's not doing us no good. So to me, that was uncalled for. Now, let's talk about the performance. Kendrick Lamar, talented lyricist. Do not get me wrong. Kendrick Lamar lyrics is above, by far, one of the most advanced lyrical people that you will see right now in the hip-hop game when it comes to lyrics. But when it comes to being a performer, to get the crowd moving and grooving, you got to have moving and grooving hits. You can't have all this, how can I put this, positive rap hits. That's not what people come for at the Super Bowl game. People want to hear good time and music. Like Cool in the Gang, everything else, dancing, party, having a good time. That's what the Super Bowl is about. So when Kendrick Lamar performed, a lot of people was like, what the fuck is this man singing? I never heard this song before. The only song people really recognized was Not Like Us. And that was a diss song with Drake. And you couldn't really enjoy that song because he could not say what he could usually say about Drake because he was basically told that if he said that, not only would he get sued for defamation of character, but also the network and the NFL, possibly. So, with that being said, I don't know why we wouldn't get with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne catalog is all about party, bling, bling, bling. Y'all forgot about that. Lollipop, oh my God. Shorty wanna, bottles in the cook. Come on, all the hits that Lil Wayne got, you could have had Drake. All them hits that Drake got that y'all be busting and bouncing to. I'm sorry. Besides the creativity, with him with the American flag, with the people on the cover, that was cool. But then he had the whole gate walls, like people was being in prison. Then it started getting old. I give it a D. I give it a D. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. That we could have done better with this one. But this was absolutely horrible. It was the worst Super Bowl performance I've seen in a long time. We could have done better. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry with rap. I would say Dr. Dre and their performance with let's move right along to next news that y'all probably are going to be shocked to hear. Eric Adams. Oh, Eric, man, let me tell you. Eric is one of the smartest Democrat mayors right now on the market. This guy need to get a Pulitzer Prize or something. because he played the long game the right way. So it just came out an hour ago that the Department of Justice is not going to, is telling the New York District, leave my brother alone, okay? Leave Eric alone, man. Hey, charges is trumped up. Let's stop this. Courtesy of who else? You guessed it, Donald J. Trump. Now, a lot of y'all going to say, well, how did we get here? How did he was able to pull this off? Well, I'm going to tell you how Eric was able to pull this off. Because he did basically participated when it came to doing what he was supposed to do for the Trump administration when it came to getting ICE involved to remove these violent illegal immigrants, even though his city is a sanctuary city. So let's go ahead on here and let's read what my man's did to get out of this situation. Alright, so make sure I got this right. The Justice Department is moving to dismiss federal charges against New York Mayor New York City Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Wolf sent a letter to the acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York on Monday, instructing the Southern District of New York to drop the federal case against Adams and dismiss it without prejudice. Adams was indicated in September on charges including bribery, soliciting campaign contribution from foreign nationals, wire fraud, and conspiracy. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Fox News obtained the memo, both pinned to the acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York titled dismissal without prejudice of prosecution of Mayor Eric Adams. The memo cites President Donald Trump's executive orders regarding combating the weaponization of law enforcement and federal immigration policy. So let's go ahead on and blow this bad boy up so y'all can see what Brother Trump has done for his fellow man. I knew this was going to happen, man. I knew this was going to happen. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let's see if I can blow this up. Yeah, let's see if I can blow this up. Okay, I got to blow it up now. So y'all can see it. All right, so here's the letter right here. I mean, this is black and white, man. 2 pages of them basically saying, like, yo, the man needs to be, this needs to be dismissed off his record. And they said that the Justice Department has reached its conclusion without assessing the strength of the evidence or the legal theories on which the case is based, which are issues on which we defer to the U.S. Attorney Office at this time. But continue. Moreover, as I said during our recent meetings, this directive in no way calls into question the integrity and efforts of the line prosecutors responsible for the case or your efforts in leading those prosecutors in connection with the matter you inherited. But however, the Justice Department has determined that dismissal subject to the above described conditions is necessary for 2 independent reasons. Bob also said the timing of the charges and more recent public actions by the former U.S. Attorney responsible for initiating the case have threatened the integrity of the proceedings, including by increasing prejudicial, I think that's what they're trying to say. Pre-trial publicity that risks impacting potential witnesses and the jury pool. It cannot be ignored that Mayor Adams criticized the prior administration's immigration policies before the charges were filed, and the former U.S. Attorney's public actions then created appearances of impropriety that implicate the concerns raised in the Attorney General's February 5, 2025 memorandum. regarding restoring the integrity and credibility of the Department of Justice, as well as Executive Order 14147, entitled Ending the Weaponization of the Federal Government. So basically what they're saying is that, okay, you guys did not even think about coming up with this charge against Mayor Adams until you found out that he was not happy with illegal immigrants being in his city and causing his city not only financial duress, but also criminal duress. And because he spoke out on it, you decided to say, well, we're going to slap some charges on you because we miraculously found out that you have been taking campaign funds and not and accepting it from foreign nationals and this, that, and the third. So, yeah, that's why they said this is basically a political stunt. This is not because you're trying to do the right thing in the name of justice. Now, Adams suggested in December that this is why he was charged, because he spoke out against the Biden administration. And he also said, I did not break the law. I did nothing wrong. That's how I live my life. And that is how I'm going to continue to live my life. And this also comes after Attorney General Pam Bondi last week established a weaponization working group, which will review the activities of all law enforcement agencies over the past 4 years to identify instances of politicized justice. So right now, I already know that the Democrats are freaking out because now Trump is stopping all of the bullshit. You cannot go out here. You can't do any kind of public weaponization against people because you don't like their narrative. You can't go out here and try to dox people anymore. I mean, we already see that the Democrats are very much at the most lowest point of their career. I mean, you had 106 of them at the Department of Education trying to bully a slender white guy that's about 185 pounds, probably about 6'3", 6'4", who just stood there looking at them like, why are you here? You guys never came here. Like, what is the purpose? And after all that yelling and moaning and groaning, all they did was turn around and walk back to their office. I don't know if this was some kind of exercise or something. I don't know. But, yeah, that's why I say at this point, keep being fucked up, Democratic people. Y'all making it easy for Republicans. In fact, y'all making it so easy, that's why people leaving your party and becoming Republicans. It's crazy. At this rate, I don't see them winning no election in the next 20 years if they continue to act like this. I'm just being honest. Because people want common sense. Now, in other news, I'm going to touch on this and then we're wrapping this up. You have a lot of transgender families who do not like the new directive where you cannot play sports in colleges as a biological male, saying living your life as a woman or girl to participate in women's sports. They're also upset that right now they are looking into erasing all of these transgender female records that was in women's sports because they're not biological women. And they're also upset because guess what else is going on? Trump has signed an executive order where you cannot go and continue to have this transgender therapy against minors. Yeah, all these procedures they were doing, pre-op surgeries and stuff. Yeah, he said, nah, we're done with that. That's crazy. If they're not 18 and up, they have no business being involved in that. I don't care what their parents say. Which, to me, that's protecting the kids. Well, now, you got these transgenders talking about they're going to move to Canada, Spain, Madrid, whatever, dude. If you want to leave the country and go there because you're not safe, listen, I'm an advocate for people to be comfortable, all right? If you feel like that this country don't make you feel comfortable anymore because of the policies that we are doing, especially common sense and protecting kids, go ahead. Go to these other countries. But I'm going to tell you something. You go to these other countries, It ain't like the U.S. of A, okay? I'm gonna let you know right now. These other countries, they will tell you anything to get your behind in the door. But once you get over there, it ain't what you think it is. Let me give you some examples. Some of you nuts that's trying to go over there to Spain and Italy and stuff. Over there, you got to learn their language. You don't learn their language in a year, you do not become part of their citizenship. And you got to apply for their citizenship. And yes, they say that you got to be, what they say, suffer persecution for being an LGBTQ person. Well, you got to prove why your life is in danger. Because in the United States, your life really not in danger. You just can't go up here and use minors to influence with your craziness. That's the only thing you're upset about. You can still get health care like a normal individual. There's still hate laws against you guys of the alphabet soup community. Nobody can't just come up and do anything to you, because if they do, they're going to get a gang of time. I mean, you still protected. I don't understand the problem. But hey, you want to leave? Go ahead. More opportunity for us. Cool with it. But I'm just gonna let you know, ain't no other country like the United States of America. I done been to 14 other countries while I was serving my country. And I'm telling you right now, ain't no country like the United States of America. It just ain't. Because people in these other countries got all kinds of customs and all kinds of beliefs. And yeah, they may advocate that they're alphabet soup friendly, but when you get over there, it may be a whole nother ball game about alphabet friendliness. Just letting you know. But I know one thing, I bet you ain't going to try to advocate and go over there to Pakistan, where the Palestinians is with their alphabet soup mess, because they ain't going to allow it. I don't care how much you support them. They ain't going to allow that mess. You don't believe me? Look up what they do to you. Go and look up what they do in Afghanistan to you. They don't play that. So, just saying. But anyway, man, please like, share, subscribe, jump in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Eric Adams getting that dismissal before it even started. Also, tell me what you think about the trans people leaving the United States of America, going to Canada, Italy, maybe Spain, And tell me what you think about Kendrick Lamar performance. Am I wrong for feeling that it was boring and not the right type of performance for the Super Bowl? And please, don't tell me that my mom's black. I already know my mom's black. I love myself. All that shit. Don't need to be all that, okay? And just because I'm married interracial doesn't mean that I don't like black women or black people. It's just that it's my thoughts. I just think it was boring. So, with that being said, y'all know what it is. I'm out.